GMR! 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 GMR!
The coolest one we did was right after.
Oh my.
We completely walked around the convention center. It's a big building.
And you want to get a feel for the place.
And when we realized where we were, all we had to do was, before we started out, was just look to our right and go through them doors. Because those were the stairs, and those are the ones we finally found.
Well, we would ask people for information, like, how do we get there from here? And they would say, well, you go up that escalator, and then you go up that one, and then you make a left, and then we're just trying to remember what the fuck we did last time to get there. And we were like, run around this corner, up this escalator, down that one, around that corner, and then we climbed those stairs. And
we did that for 3 weeks.
Just went straight
the whole time.
And then we took one escalator and maybe took a left. It's just fucking ridiculous. We could have probably
we kept on going up and down.
Yeah, we actually walked under the streets of Phoenix to get to.
Like every time, when all we had to do, was go through a crosswalk.
Now we know.
Out the side back door.
And see, we'll listen to this
Yeah,
before we go to next year. So we go, wow, yeah, remember that shortcut?
Well, that's right. We should do that. We should tell ourselves for later to
listen to this next May.
We should take that map of the building, that little short map that tells where the rooms are. We should photocopy that, so we have an idea next time. Be like,
we'll just tear one off of one of these walls.
Because we're gonna forget next year. Come on. I mean, actually, I found my way to we saw Jewel State
Oh
from
yeah,
Firefly.
right.
That was easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
I know where that is now, that area, but
I know where the 200 to 220 to 230 buildings are.
Rooms, the little rooms.
We went there about a dozen times.
At least.
And a dozen different routes.
Yeah, we got it narrowed down to about 4 different routes of how to get there. But I admit, I did get turned around.
I prefer the entire way around.
Get a $29 pizza while you're there. Ray, tell us about the breakfast prices here.
Oh.
In the hotel?
Yeah.
Last night, me and Mark, everybody's dozing off, and Steve-O and Gene were off and about. And me and Mark, how do we manage to look at the breakfast?
Oh, it's one of these tags you hang like a do not disturb thing, on one side, and on the other side, it's got a breakfast menu. And they'll be glad to bring your food to your room.
Really hungry
anyway, please continue, Ray.
Well, anyway, so me and Mark look at the menu, and we're scrolling down at the prices, and I figure, it's going to be kind of...
Yeah, it should be, above average expensive.
And so the first original price we looked for steak and eggs was $18.50.
Oh, what?
1950.
Okay, $19.50 for steak and eggs. And then as we're looking down the menu, I realized in the bottom there's a $3.50 charge. So they tack that on there.
Plus they tack on that gratuity.
Yeah, so now we're at $22.50, and then they're adding 20% charge for a tip. So it was a $10 order, that's another $2 that you got to add to that. So in reality, you're paying almost $25 for steak and eggs.
Then if you want them to cook it, it's another...
You could get another 2 awesome Marvel shirts,
tab.
and we could be naming after more characters for all that money,
And a pot of decaf coffee large was $11.
Yeah, that was probably the worst of all. You kept wanting a pot of decaf. I kind of woke up out of my haze. These guys were laughing about these prices so much.
And I was like, I'm really going to pay $11 for black water?
Oh, yeah, exactly. and to top it off, the offer is decaf. I mean, come on.
Yeah, decaf.
Nobody drinks
black
decaf.
water.
You know what I was laughing my ass off though? Is the whole coffee situation this morning.
Oh, didn't the machine overflow or something?
Twice.
Totally trying to sleep.
Oh, it didn't work?
And you're like, fill up a cup and then pour that in and then you know.
Oh, that was, and nobody followed those directions? What are you, morons?
That would be too simple.
Jesus Christ, you guys overcomplicate every goddamn thing.
Mark, the look on your face when you were filling and you didn't have paper towel.
I'm sitting over there.
I don't want to laugh. It goes so tense, but
It was kind of funny. Here it is. I'm using this strange coffee machine that I haven't used before. So I fill up the little reservoir with water, and I stick one of these styrofoam hot cups under the thing, and it's working. It's filling up, and it just keeps right on filling up. Next thing I know, there's hot water overflowing because you can't stack water unless it's frozen.
I'm grabbing a bath towel.
So it wasn't the toilet, it was the coffee machine.
It was the coffee machine, and I'm sitting over there going,
Hilarious.
fuck,
Water.
freaking out.
And it was just like coffee from Ray earlier.
Black water.
Ray got in the shower. He said, as soon as he got in the shower, he's like, shit, I forgot to put a
I
cup
forgot the
under
fucking cup, and I would come out, and I was like, fuck, man. It was dark, and
Oh,
the
I
TV's
messed
on.
up.
I'm like, damn it, you guys are fucking asleep, and I can't make noise. I'm like, I'm gonna just leave it.
And this year, instead of waking up to Marry the Children repeatedly, I woke up to King of the Hill repeatedly, which was nice. Until I woke up and somebody changed the channel. But you said the funky
It was
Bugs
the new
Bunny that
version
came
of,
on, where tranquilizer
Merry
bullets
Melodies
or something.
It's
I'm like,
the new
this
Merry
is...
Melodies or whatever.
Little kids should not be watching this.
I know. Daffy Duck is so suave.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Last year, you saw Adventure Time for the first
That's
time.
right. And
At Comic-Con.
I have not seen it since then until
No,
today.
it was on tonight.
This
or
year. Marathon.
yesterday.
They were having a marathon today, and Steve-O saw it for the first
We
time.
watched Spider-Man.
Then
your first
I
time.
identified the
And it
blue
looks
guy.
like it's 3D rendered.
We saw a
almost.
guy dressed as the Ice King
Oh yeah, these costumes.
down there.
Quite a few Adventure Time, not as many as last year.
Well, last
No
year,
predominant costumes.
last year it was mostly focused on the one Adventure Time guy.
That's true.
This year there were more dogs and other
They're
characters.
spreading out, yeah.
You know, the dog from Adventure Time is the guy who does the dog voice. Is the guy who does the voice for Bender.
Oh, really?
So there were
It's Wally
more.
West?
So there were more.
Cool.
There were more furries this year.
I think
Most
it was
people seem-
probably about it.
Billy
No,
West-
there wasn't that many.
Billy West does
I
the
always
voice
thought
of
there was
Bender.
like
No, he does the
10
voice of
one.
Fry.
Yeah, I don't know who does the
Who does
voice.
the voice of Bender?
I don't
See, we
know.
don't have our IMDb right at our fingertips, but follow us on GMR Podcast. I might actually
do, but I'll
answer these
text them.
questions if I
Yeah, put it
remember.
on Twitter. My Twitter that thing
Hey,
out
when you're
there.
listening to this, write down those answers and tweet them. People like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now I want to know the answer too.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Chicken. That's what I was gonna say.
Well, today was the first time Steve-O saw Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like this,
yeah.
tradition.
That show is
Who will we
funny. I
bring
enjoy
next
it.
year?
No, I was gonna say. I just saw that there's gonna be another season of Futurama they're showing on Comedy
Oh,
Central.
they're showing the last season right now. Yeah.
No, they're.
They're starting a new one.
I
yeah,
saw.
that's the last one.
I know. So
Again.
it might be.
Can it come back a third time? We'll see.
Love,
If any show can.
love me some Futurama.
Now I can just binge watch all the new ones because I still need to watch some of those movies they made and just go watch all the way through.
Oh,
I like that show, but man, it gets disturbing sometimes. And I can't watch that one where Fry's dog stays in the past.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
it's just so
yeah.
depressing.
It was
Make you
it was
cry
very
over a
depressing.
Cartoon.
Was it that was also the one where he had that where he had that clover, that 7-point or leaf
That's
clover.
a
It was a
different
lo-
episode.
different one.
The one with the dog is like it waits for him in the past forever and shit. He never comes
He
back.
finds
Oh, yeah, right after he got
finds it all
froze.
crusted up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I probably forgot about you, and they show what really happened. It's so depressing.
He sat there but in front
Mostly
of
we
the piece
get-
of place the
yeah.
whole time.
We mostly get gross things like Squirm or was that the name of the soda?
Yeah.
A splurm.
Squirm. Yeah, it's funny, but man, it gets gross sometimes. Stuff with Zoidberg and eating and funny, but it can make you nauseous. Futurama.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen an episode of Super Jail?
What's that?
Oh, Super
I remember
Jail.
Supercar.
It's like some crazy cartoon on steroids. You know?
It's
And
like
then
a
maybe
jail.
some Fritz
It's a
the Cat.
jail that's in another dimension somewhere.
Oh, is that
like
what
the
it is?
negative zone.
You know what's funny is Frisky Dingo too. That's
No,
weird.
it's okay.
Weird. I don't know.
That sounds like it should be on liquid television.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Liquid Television. I love that show. Golly, man, that was.
That's where Aeon Flux came from, right?
And there was so much stuff here. We couldn't see it all. There was an Adult Swim panel we missed.
I know. That's
What?
a big thing for me.
We missed the
we
Star
could have
Trek
gotten
people,
Adult
except for
Swim
that one guy.
swag.
Yeah,
What?
that's right.
Garrett Wayne.
Yeah.
We saw Ensign Kim.
We saw Denny from the room.
Oh, Danny from the room.
Chris Gore from Ultimate Film Fanatic.
That's right. And Gene saw who?
I ran into Virgil out front of the hotel here.
He
Nice.
was taking a pee in the bushes.
He was trying to get out of here with his bag, but people kept going, "Hey," and I bugged him
And
too.
you were one of them.
Yeah.
He went to a ride race.
I should have said something
exploded.
cool like, "Hey, thanks for coming. Have a good trip, man. Hope you're safe." Because he was obviously leaving, and that's all he was thinking about.
What do you think? What do you think of?
But that's the
first
second time. Remember the last year?
We saw
He
when
walked
he was
right in
leaving,
front of
yeah.
our car. We're Marty's car. I don't have a car.
You and Virgil, kindred spirits.
And Virgil was just like 2 feet
Him
away
and
from
Honky.
us. Him and the Honky Tonk Man, the exact same thing, pulling his bag. Honky Tonk Man was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt or some shit.
Yeah, they were totally not in character.
Yeah, they were getting the fuck out of here.
People are like,
That was Terry Brooks that
I
we saw
fucking knew it,
walking
dude.
by.
I fucking knew it, dude.
Raisel, that's Terry Brooks walking by, a sci-fi fantasy author. I'm like,
How
is
do
it
you
really
know
him
that
walking
guy,
by
Ray?
at 10 o'clock at night? Sure enough, it was.
Fucking knew it.
How did you know who he is at all?
Because I read almost all his books other than the
But you always try to
non-Star
walk
Wars.
up there and see what happens.
Yeah?
I read all his.
I would,
Star
him
Wars.
and
Yeah,
me
I
would
read
walk
every
to get.
single Star Wars book known to man.
That would
Is
that
that
would
right?
trigger.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
That's
we're
true.
exhausted.
Sarah,
We're like
our super
exhausted.
fan,
We just
Oh,
went to
yeah.
a few-
her boyfriend's husband, I'm not sure if they're married. I don't think they are. Anyway, his name is Dan, and he has every one of those Star Wars books too.
Marty got me all of them.
Oh yeah, we read those when they first came out. Yeah.
And he's hoping the
I
new
could have walked up to him and talked to
Well,
him.
he'll be there tomorrow.
He's hoping those new Star Wars movies don't totally fuck up the continuity that he's established in his mind by
I know.
reading all those books.
I know, come on.
Well, those things were always official canon, and they take place a little bit further down the
An
line.
expanded universe.
So hopefully, the 7, 8, 9 will be
more
in that
constricted.
hazy area that's never really been delved into, and it should hopefully line up.
Because Carrie Fisher.
Not like Marvel Comics, where
No.
Yeah.
those are fun though.
Carrie Fisher and the original cast is supposed to be.
Yeah,
is that
they're all
true?
going to be in it. Yeah, yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well,
they're all going to
we'll
be just
see. What's
really.
worse, episode 1 or episode 7?
I liked
It's
episode
gotta be
one.
one.
Honestly,
Fuck you guys.
honestly, I
There's a
guarantee
panel
they're going
about
to put the
episode one
old
is the
people in the
best
first
episode.
episode, right? Because
Tomorrow,
they're so old.
tomorrow
What,
is-
what, dude?
I was figuring they're going to put Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford in the first movie because they're so old. If they put him in the one that's like comes out in 2020, there's no guarantees.
Well, in the
It-
book,
it gets
Luke
worse every
Skywalker
year
already
for
had
these
a
people.
grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Who? What?
In the book series, he's already had a grandson. Chewbacca got cut in half. R2-D2 shut down. Yeah, it's all over the place, dude.
Wow. It's like Empire's in shambles.
Yeah, the one where Chewbacca
Oh, right.
dies, it's called Vector Prime, and Chewbacca was trying to say R2, and he went through a hover turbo lift, and the turbo lift decapitated his body in half in front of Han Solo, and Han Solo didn't talk almost a whole year to nobody, not even to Princess Leia, his wife.
Wow.
And that was
crazy.
like that's 30 years after New Hope.
Ray, is there any way I could get you to come to my house and read me Star Wars stories before bed? Because this, or maybe make tapes for me or something for when I'm driving. I got a tape player in my new van.
Oh, okay, you know how zombies are real big?
Audio
There's
book.
a new Star Wars zombie
This
book
sounds
where the
awesome.
Tauntauns are zombies.
Is this what
This
you wanted
sounds
to
so
do?
awesome. I like,
Yeah.
like how
Cool.
recent are these
That's
books?
right
These
next
Star
door
Wars
to
books?
that. We could.
What was
I
that?
How recent are these Star
could check
Wars
out
books?
both of them because I kind of wanted
That
to see
Vector
the
Prime
Marvel.
was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But the newest one is Ben, the grandson of Skywalker.
I would like to-
He-
So my brother always used to have the prequel books, how accurate are the prequel books to like the Clone
Yeah,
Wars
what's
and
this?
the movies and stuff? You know, the ones that they
Well, there's
wrote back before the movies were ever even speculated, before they ever thought we're ever going to make
one of the best Star Wars books I ever read was where Princess Leia and Han Solo goes to Tatooine and they find a video file of the pod racing.
Okay.
And Princess Leia starts crying because she said, "That's my dad driving that fucking thing."
Wow.
And that's a mindfuck because, I don't know, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, that's a fairly recent one, right? That book came out in the last couple of years. That
Yeah,
book.
That's
And Marty, tell them about the story about Jabba, the monks.
With the Bomar monks.
Yeah, the fighters.
And if they had asked that tonight, we would have gotten that right. They're those monks that put their brains in a jar, and then they're just those spiders that walk around in Jabba's
Yeah, remember
palace.
in Return of the Jedi, you see that big old spider walking in the back?
Yeah.
Well, there's hundreds and hundreds of years before, there were a bunch of monks that lived there in Jabba's palace, and they achieved immortality by taking their brains out and putting in those spider robots.
Wow, that's insane.
They put their brains in the spider robots?
Yeah, there's a big old dome over the
You can go
spider.
see
When was
Wheaton.
this story written?
Will
that?
Wheaton.
When was that story
That's
written?
up
Those are
against
tales from
something
the
else that
cantina.
Is it?
And what it is, it has
That's up against the
10
Force.
stories about
Oh,
Tatooine, the cantina,
And
Jabba's palace,
tapping.
the Sarlacc pit. There's even a story of what Boba Fett does when he's inside the Sarlacc pit.
Whoa.
He's pretty odd.
There's
He
been
gets
multiple
thrown
stories.
down.
Yeah, they continue the story when he's in there, and
What happened?
he uses thermal detonators and grenades, and he kills the Sarlacc pit, and he takes him. But he gets really injured though by
Yeah.
getting out though.
Man, that's awesome. Like, man, I guess I gotta start reading Star Wars
There's so
books,
many,
man.
but they don't all line up though.
Yeah, it's just like like comic
It's
books.
a
make me
Tales of
mad
Jabba's
about-
Palace.
Yeah, Tales from Jabba's palace.
I got really mad about that with Avengers. There's just so many Avengers comics. It being my favorite comic, like when I was a kid.
Well, we get a West Coast Avengers movie.
I know, right?
Really? Then when they get their East Coast
The
event.
West, but yeah, I imagine it being something like a
Midwest
Too
Avengers.
Fast, Too Furious mixed with, you know.
Because I want to see Punisher in Avengers. Because he was a member at one point.
Go
I
into
know.
that Harry Potter costume
Yeah,
making
I want to see the
tomorrow.
Avengers with Punisher and Spider-Man.
Hello?
Ooh, nice.
You know,
Like the
when they always
like the
have like
comic.
Punisher and
No,
Spider-Man.
that's too
yeah.
bad, Marty. I
Yeah.
think you'd enjoy it.
I might, but I
Yeah.
think they really probably want kids to go to that one.
What? What's
The
that?
Harry Potter costuming event.
When's that?
Hogwarts,
It's
Pineapple
up against
Express.
some now.
What's going on right now? Anything?
Something, somewhere.
Something's going on.
Wandering around the third level of the hotel, if you start
A
going,
lot of gaming.
right? If you go down there where the gaming is, instead of going down the hall where the stairs are, if you go down the other hall around the corner,
Yeah.
that's where we first saw JJ last year.
And
That
we didn't
room?
see JJ this
didn't
year,
even
but he
know-
did call you last night at
Oh,
12:15.
I should have called him back.
Well, I didn't get the message till this morning. 'Cause
Why don't we call JJ right now?
No, you go for it.
Let's call JJ
Call
right
him
now.
JJ
Just say
right now.
hi to him on the podcast. See if we can. Okay, JJ Styles. It's really hard for me to use my own phone.
Okay, tomorrow Marty wants to go see a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
I
panel.
think that could be interesting. The creator, or one of the creators, is
Oh.
there. And he owns Heavy Metal Magazine now.
That's
Kevin
awesome.
Eastman.
Because the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle car
This is
Nickelodeon
JJ.
show is awesome.
Hi.
Hey,
You're on the
what's-
podcast, JJ. Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Oh, JJ got disconnected.
Oh,
All right.
Disco.
We're
we hung
Oh,
up
they'll
on
have
us.
to pay rights back.
whoa, he's got a special message, guys. Wow, JJ answered
He
immediately.
did. He knew we were calling. How them stale cookies?
Those are not stale cookies.
Yeah, Man, there's so much stuff happening
All right.
tomorrow, dude.
Too much.
Okay, come on, Gene. Take control of this.
Hey, we're calling you back.
Because this phone does not always ring. So if you want to get a hold of me, please leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
JJ, call us back. We're at Comic-Con.
Hell,
Why did you call last night? I don't know.
he was out having fun.
I never heard a beep.
Wait for the beep.
I've never heard the beep. Wait for the beep.
Nobody's
I've never
All
heard
right,
the beep.
that's pretty good.
We tried to call
Our
JJ.
first ever phone
We
call.
did call JJ.
So it's official. We're going to hang out tomorrow.
Is that right?
Longest half hour ever.
Wow, that's how many cookies is that?
Me and JJ are.
It's part of
I'm
one,
just
two,
Like a
three,
Big Mac
4.
cookie.
And you had
It's 4.
the longest half hour ever.
Oh, we're doing our double
Oh, nice.
to make up for the pass out of yesterday via Power Nap Podcast.
So
of
tomorrow,
last night.
I would like to catch Star Wars versus Star Trek 2, When Galaxies Collide. What do you think,
That'd
Ray?
be fucking
What time is that?
That's it.
Be better than it's a trap.
That's from 4:30 to 6.
Now, that's the same time somebody's riffing the Star Trek animated series.
Better.
So much stuff going on.
I just saw a commercial today for
The Star Trek movie.
Star Wars, Lego Star Wars special.
The
on-
movie?
Lego Star Wars special on Nickelodeon?
Oh, and
No, on
remember.
Cartoon Network. On Cartoon Network. This upcoming Tuesday, I think.
Lego build off too.
Oh yeah, the Lego.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you guys are gonna do tomorrow?
All
Yeah.
this is Lego.
Hey, how about
build
that? How about that little miniature with the trains, Lego trains
Yeah,
we
that
saw?
was nice.
Dude, I had to take a picture of that.
That'll be from 3:30
Dude, I-
to.
if I had that, I would
4:30.
shit, shower,
So you
shave.
guys
I
are both
would
gonna
work,
do that?
I can stay there.
You and Ray gonna go over to the fucking Lego build off?
Yeah.
All ages. All ages.
Yeah.
What time's that?
Nice. Well, that is, in case you didn't hear me,
I didn't.
tell him, Marty. Tell him, Steve Dave.
3:30 to 4:30, right?
That's
Did
what it looks
Do we
like.
miss the brain eating stuff today?
Yeah, that's happening every day, and tomorrow will be the finals of
Because
that.
I did a poor job of trying to match my events with what Bruce led me. They were talking about the brains and then the film and
Yeah.
tonight and all the horror stuff. I never went. I wanted to go to like the horror things, but that's just like
We got to go to one.
yeah. But it's just like you say, Marty. You just cannot.
It's just
Go
too
to-
much stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I got one horror thing.
And there's so much walking and it's
Yeah,
just
I
like,
think my back is so sore and I'm just exhausted. I mean, after
I make this plan like we're gonna go to this, we're gonna go to this,
Ugh.
this. So you get
You
up
know
here
what?
and the reality sets in. If you can only move so fast.
yeah.
And everything's so spread out, you gotta make choices, and sometimes you gotta realize that you're just not gonna be able to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can't stress
And
out about
well,
it.
it's Comic-Con.
What can you do? You're not, you
You're
know.
here. That's like Coachella when there's 5 stages and there's 2 bands on at the same time. You gotta pick one. That's a 3-mile polo field. with
Why
no
can't I
shade.
have them both?
Perfect example about Coachella. Amy Winehouse and Damian Marley at
Oh, at
the
the
same
same
time.
time, yeah.
At the same time. Horrible.
And so we watch what? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, Amy Winehouse, go to Damian Marley. They're 45 minutes late setting up. I wonder what they were doing.
Hey, well, how about that? How about that lady that we went and saw today that went to the wrong? She was late
Jules
because she.
Oh,
State?
Jewel State, because she said she was sitting in her room waiting for somebody to show up.
And basically, she was.
No. She said she went to she went and sat down in the wrong room. Yeah, the wrong room, and there was nobody there.
That's funny.
Can you imagine?
She's like, oh, I guess I'm not that popular anymore.
Dude.
Meanwhile, there's 1,000 people sitting in the room
Oh,
beside
at
it.
least.
waiting for her.
I think these chocolate chip cookies are made with amuletta. I can taste the cinnamon. It's really awesome.
Oh. They're from our Costco run.
Dude, that sounds awesome, doesn't it? Like little chunks of
Those
after
worked
you
out
love the
better
chocolate
than those
and,
6.
like,
What were
cookie.
we gonna get? 6 muffins?
Oh yeah, we put the muffins back.
Those 6
I know.
muffins. How
The
long do
chocolate
those
muffins,
last?
they
Yeah,
always
it's
are
not
the
really
that
chocolate
wouldn't have
ones.
lasted. Yeah.
Yeah, they always get you with the chocolate
Not
muffins
as,
because they
not
look
even
so
as
good.
long as the 12 pieces of lunch meat we brought. 12. We had 12. I'm holding up 12 fingers right now.
Well, on our third podcast,
How can you
tomorrow's
Ray?
will be summing up what happened tomorrow leading up to our Iron Man 3 screening
Iron Man
that
3.
we're finally seeing.
We do have peanut butter though, so we're not completely fucked.
We got peanut butter and bread.
We got
cookies.
peanut butter, bread,
There's
Mountain
still
Dew.
some chips, some bottled
Coffee.
water. There's a
milk.
a bottle
And
of
milk.
water over there. It costs you $6.50 if you open it, right?
Oh shit,
That's bling bling. Right there.
that's some good
That's
water,
right.
man.
That's right.
So don't
Don't-
get too thirsty.
Let me ask you a question, Marty. You had some pizza at the Brooklyn, New York
yes.
pizza place this morning.
Mhm.
How did that pizza compare?
To the food court
To the
pizza
food
that was
court pizza.
cost twice as much.
Yeah,
I'd say they were both just as good.
really?
Yeah.
But hunger is the best sauce.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
My stomach had shrunk this afternoon. Mark had to eat some of my pizza.
Oh, really? What do you think of that pizza,
And then
Mark?
today, the second slice, I
The
nailed it.
New York, where we went, it wasn't bad.
It's good. It took a while to get the food,
Yeah,
but the music was good.
all the music was great. I was gonna get mushrooms and Italian sausage, but Steve-O was telling me like
So smart, huh?
it's gonna take another.
They gotta cook all that.
Yeah,
And so, how fast do we get our cheese pizzas?
Yeah. I
way,
just ordered cheese
way
and
faster
bam.
than most
Why?
people. Why is that
There was a
like?
guy
That
waiting.
means we're wrapping up.
How does it know we're
That
wrapping
means there's
up?
only a couple minutes left
Oh,
on the
because
tape.
this is an hour take.
Now, it's funny. The same thing happened at the food court. Somebody tried to order mushrooms, and they said, "Well, don't even mind." And they
Yeah.
said to the other person, "They don't realize it's not coming out of a microwave." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, give me a slice of cheese." And I'm like, "Here you go, bam, just like that."
What's the size of the slice?
Equally large.
Really?
Big, large, same amount of grease. Tasted very similar.
That was a big brick oven, though.
Go
It
for
looked
an
nice
hour.
with a brick oven. Oh, you know that big brick
Let
oven.
me order one of them $29 pizzas.
$29 pizza.
With the works. Give me the works.
So please tune in to podcast 20
I'll be honest with you
on
guys.
Sunday.
I'm sorry, I
the
had a
third
hot
day
dog.
of Phoenix ComiCon
You ate
2013.
a hot dog?
I'll be honest with you guys. I had a hot dog from the corner alone by
You son
myself
of
in the
a
hotel
bitch.
room about an
Stop
hour ago.
eating food.
It had jalapenos on it. It was good.
What the fuck, Steve?
I ate a hot dog.
You
Yeah, I
know
did.
we're fucking starving here. You're
I'm
eating
sorry,
hot
I'm
dogs,
sorry.
man.
Man
It
cannot
was
live
so
on
good. It was
Fritos
Polish
alone.
sausage.
Well, I ate one of the bags of sour cream and onion chips.
Oh
There's
my
only
gosh.
2 of those in that box.
Oh, man.
They give you 50, but
And
like
then I
it
woke
only
up
had-
today feeling, that's probably
Wait,
what did
there
it.
really? Why is there only 2? It has 50
I know, isn't that
count.
lame?
It's a 50 count, but
They
you only
put
get
2
2 with
of
sour
one.
cream and onion, bitch.
Half the bag is Doritos.
Nobody wants to eat fucking sour cream, guys.
Is that what
I
it
do.
is?
I like
Oh,
them.
onion. I'm sorry.
How do they do research like that?
Follow us on
I think
Twitter
the
at
majority
GMR
of the
Podcast.
Fritos.
Yeah, I mean, tell us what's the
I've
best
been living
Frito
off
Lay
Fritos.
I've
chip
eaten the
Tell us,
majority of the
Steve,
on
Cheetos.
Twitter.
Have you?
I think I have.
Well, that's good because I prefer
The most popular.
the puffy ones.
I prefer the puffy Cheetos.
I prefer the flaming Cheetos.
Yeah. Don't those flaming Cheetos kind of taste
You
like
can get it all. Like
Top
Comic-Con.
Ramen?
What?
They taste like a Top Ramen packet to me.
What,
almost.
the flaming Cheetos?
Yeah. Spicy Top Ramen.
Flaming hot ramen.
Flamin' spicy Top Ramen. What was
Instead
it?
of the Ramones, the ramen.
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Ninja ramen.
Wait, no, it was
Joey Ramen.
Oh, a Teenage Jesus
I
Superstar.
saw the
Teenage
Gasoline.
Mutant Ninja
He threw
Jesus
a-
Christ.
Teenage
threw a
Mutant
mutant.
Let me
Jesus
throw this out there real quick.
Star.
Okay, to wrap things
I
up.
saw the coolest thing today. This guy had a poster, and if you a smartphone or an iPad, you film this poster, and it fucking an animated thing jumps out of it and does shit, and then it fucking like it's sticking out there in
Oh,
3D. I'll have to show you that
We have
tomorrow,
reached the
man.
future.
I know exactly where it is.
I
I
know
know
exactly
exactly
what I'm
where it
talking
is.
about.
It's where you bought.
happened?
I know exactly what I'm talking
It's
about.
where you bought that. Right by where you bought that.
Oh, that
fucking,
fucking shit, Marty. Marty, that fucking shit?
the zombie shirt. Right by where you bought that zombie shirt. It's right next to
I got
it.
a great zombie shirt.
Anyway,
Still
tell him,
rolling?
Steve
Or-
Dave.
Tell 'em.
Rick
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
GMR! 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 GMR!